My background is a background which relates predominantly to education and training. For the past 20 years, I've been engaged on projects in education and training and directorship positions. So to a certain extent, I was also lucky that I was approached directly by Leeds United College to assist them in an educational project that they have recently announced. And following formal and informal discussions with Leeds United College, I am also in a lucky position to explain the project that Leeds United College have deployed, which is a project that seeks to provide individuals within the football industry in particular, to provide programs of value in relation to the football industry in and of itself. And the interesting thing, to my mind, as an educational representative of Leeds United College, are the methodologies that will be deployed, which will include practical experiences, placements, and education and training, which is of value. And my role within this partnership is specifically to guide students. So the provision will be obviously done by the Leeds United College. But I would, given my experience also in education and training in Malta and at an international level, guide students so that they have the full information that is required in order to engage in scholarship schemes. This is a very interesting question to my mind. I would define myself as a critical realist, and therefore I can observe not only what is happening in education and training at an international level, but also what's happening around us within the field of football and sports. And so here I can see a concept developing, a concept that will aim as its ultimate objective to develop, but not only develop and sustain performance. And the best way, at least to my mind, to start developing progressively and coherently towards this objective would be to invest in human capital development. This is the basis of education and training. And when one considers also what Malta has done and has been successful in areas such as tourism, aviation, financial services, and a critical realist in me observing what has happened in having value-added projects, it is clear to my mind that education and training has been a key ingredient to such development. And so the project will add value in terms of building up the education and training ecosystem necessary for this development to happen. Now, building is not a question of having 2 or 3 weeks and it's ready. Okay? There needs to be the planning, there needs to be partnership agreements such as the one with Leeds United College. There could be possibly more. And building up this ecosystem progressively, but with a drive aimed towards improving and sustaining our performance levels in sports, but also in education and training. As I said before, based on my practical experience and work mostly, but also my own studies, I have decided recently to launch another project, which is the MB Consult. And the mission of the consult is specifically to create synergies and solutions aimed towards quality learning. And in doing so, I am currently providing a range of services, focusing again on education and training, be it setting up in Malta quality advisory. And one of the services that I provide is that of development. And the partnership with Leeds United College and the development services come hand to hand. Why is that? In order for individuals to develop, more than being handheld, they would need facilitation. And this is the praxis of my work towards this partnership, that is facilitating a process which could be primarily beneficial to the individual himself or herself, but then ultimately to the whole system or to the whole industry in which he or she is operating In this particular context, the partnership that we are referring to is a partnership that will combine, to my mind at least, the world of education with the world of football. Both happen to be passions of mine, so I'm literally enjoying every second of it. I firmly believe that Malta has the potential to develop strongly also in education and training. So having activity whereby we're making partnership agreements with reputable clubs such as Leeds United, true Leeds United College, will definitely stand to benefit. What would be the benefits? This would be an interesting, corollary or follow-up question. I would say that apart from the education element, I can clearly see that if we maintain our professionality in partnering with Leeds United College, I can see other events happening. These could include, for example, training, work placements for our people working within the football community and sports community in general, aiming to build up human capital that is necessary so that we conduct our work better, but at the same time strive towards excellence. The way I work is based on a very simple principle: no man is an island, and co-creation is a technique and a methodology that, if applied correctly, can create additional benefits to the Maltese community. So this second agreement with the Head in Sports, collaborating with the University of Salford, seeks to do precisely that. Hopefully, in the future, other agreements will come our way. But it's a question of doing things steadily but progressively towards achieving a mission. And the second partnership can be seen in this light. And it is clear that in England in particular, the concept of combining the world of education and training with the world of football and sports in general is a very solid business to a certain extent. But more than business, it is more than an activity which is being created even within a country that has very good performance levels when it comes to the football world. So in engaging with partnership agreements, this is what I am seeking, at the same time driving towards a mission of creating a necessary ecosystem which can be done. We can make this happen, really. As a practical visionary here, I would say, also based on my fellow colleagues, which I had at a number of institutions, I can clearly grasp the value of education and training in the sense that it is certainly essential, not only to the development of capital in relation to a particular industry, but also the development of formational aspects. I have no doubt to my mind that even if we had to focus on youth development, education and training will remain key. But this argument can be extended also to people like myself who are still working and I'm still studying. So the idea also of unstructured learning, that is learning at the place of work, learning through experiences, learning through placements. These are all modalities that I can see can be structured coherently. And this is where I see education and training in Malta developing. Luckily as well, I must say, that in Malta we have the right ingredients for this to happen. What I would really like to do is co-create. That is, as I said, no man is an island. Having the right elements in place at the right time, if we are all driven with an objective to raise the level of the game, therefore increase the level of performance, I think that such a vision can be implemented faster and for the mutual benefit.